Hello and welcome. My name is April and I am the co-owner of Greenleaf Health LLC. Um, our website is called skintolivefor.com. That's S, the number 2, LIVE, the number 4.com. And today we're going to be talking about what natural ingredients are good for your skin. So there's a lot of natural ingredients that are great for your skin. It's really hard to I picked five, but there I could go on for days on what's good for your skin. Just a little background information on me. I started learning about herbs when I was 11 through my family, and by the age of 14, I started making my own skincare products, my own. As funny as it sounds, anti-aging remedies. I would do my own research and test it out. And I don't know what I was testing out on a 14-year-old skin, but I started way back then. So today it's funny to me, but I was very into it. I learned how to grow my eyelashes at that age, finding an ancient Egyptian recipe that worked very well, and it caused no irritation to your eyes. I've actually had it seep into my eyes, and I was fine. I didn't go blind. I had no issues. So, and I got into soap making and mask and soap making were like my main things. So let's get started into this list. So it's just five that I listed here. There's, as I said, there's so much. There's so much more, but these are five that I want to say early on in my journey that I learned about first. So the very first one was aloe. And I may have told this story before on my channel, but there was a lady that came in to my aunt's business, and I always admired her skin. She was from Africa. She had just the most beautiful skin. And I had to ask, I said, what do you use on your skin? And she said, aloe. She said, just fresh aloe. Um, she would get up in every morning and rub fresh aloe on her face. But what she did was she would prep it. So she would take an aloe leaf, wash it, clean it, prep it, chop it up with the skin still attached, a whole aloe leaf minus the little pokey parts. You don't want that in there. And she would blend it up. She would put it in her fridge. It would last her a week, and every morning she would take some of that as she got ready for work. She would rub it all over her face and neck. People always forget their neck. Don't forget your neck, please. And she would leave it on as she got dressed. After she finished dressing and everything, she'd rinse it off. Pat dry her skin and go on about her day. She's not wearing makeup. She didn't. Her skin was just beautiful, and that's all she did. So that's how I learned about the amazing ability of aloe for your skin. The other one, I want to say, actually, the first one I learned about was baking soda. So my mom taught me about baking soda, and I use baking soda like it was. We used baking soda growing up. We used baking soda for everything. Okay, so we weren't like rich, so ran out of deodorant, baking soda. Ran out of toothpaste, baking soda. So, you needed a face mask, baking soda. But the thing about baking soda, it did heal like pimples and blemishes. And it did also like really soften your skin. Your skin felt amazing. It was a good toothpaste. I just hate the taste of it. And it was also, it was a fairly good deodorant. However, the thing with some people say that they've broken out like with the baking soda deodorant, and the reason is if you use regular deodorant in your armpits, it has a lot of chemicals in it. When you try to switch to a natural deodorant, like one that has baking soda in it, it will cause you to break out in a rash. It's because the baking soda is reacting with the chemicals that are like still in your armpit area. So it can cause a really nasty rash for some people. What you have to do is basically you have to detox your armpits. And maybe that's something that I should talk about another time because that's like a whole nother topic. But you need to detox your armpits. And then you can now use the other natural deodorants that have baking soda in it. But baking soda is really something that it is phenomenal. So we talked about aloe, we talked about baking soda. The next thing was ice water. So I had read an article when I was young, and back then it was magazines. We didn't really have social media. And I read an article on Richard Gere, and it said that one of his secrets to aging well was he would do an ice bath, a facial ice bath every morning or whatever. And I thought it was so fascinating because, I had really liked Richard Gere at that time. I thought he was a great actor. And so I took his, I took his advice. I tried it out. So I would get like a large bowl, because you're going to dunk your face in it. You get a large bowl, you get a bunch of ice and some water. Very simple. I used to get like a snorkel so that I can hold my face underneath the water for as long as I can stand it. And I did this every morning, and what I found is that it did a lot more than just made your skin look beautiful. Um, I noticed that the days that I did it, I seemed to have a better day, and I can't really explain it, but I always seem to have a better day the days that I did a face, whatever, ice bath on my face. It just, like, I guess it really woke you up, and it kind of just puts you in a better mood. It's the weirdest thing. Not saying bad things didn't happen. The way I handled them was better. Like, I was more alert, I was more present. It's really interesting, but it went beyond just skincare for me. And so that was my experience. So ice water. The next thing that I learned about was Golden Seal. So I always knew about Golden Seal, but I knew about Golden Seal for um, taking it internally. And that was one of the very popular herbs, growing up. It did a lot of things, but then we were also very cautious with giving it to people because, Golden Seal is very strong. It's a natural antibiotic. And it tends to knock out, if you're on any other kind of medication, you really can't take Golden Seal because a lot of times it will knock that medication out. So, for example, if you're diabetic and you're taking whatever the diabetic medications are, taking Golden Seal with it may cause it's gonna block. It comes into your system as kind of like a guard, and anything that's foreign to it, so anything that's not natural to the human body, it treats it as an enemy, and it blocks it. That's just how Golden Seal works. I love herbs, and that's the best way that I describe them is how they work inside your body. It's almost like a personality. And Golden Seal's personality is it doesn't take that crap. It's not, it's coming in your system to protect your system. So, and sometimes in protecting you, it can hurt you because, as a diabetic will need their insulin, they will need their medication. So you want to be careful for that. But whether you're diabetic or not, you can use Golden Seal on your skin. So it's not going to affect your insulin. Um, if you're dealing with psoriasis, Golden Seal is the number one thing you want to be using on your skin. You want to use a Golden Seal face wash, not watch, and it will help. It will help. My grandmother had psoriasis, and I don't know. I was too young to know what all she used. I didn't pay attention because I didn't. I was young growing up, being all being everywhere else but where I probably should be. And so I wasn't paying attention, but I know that she was treated naturally for it, and but they found a way to get it under control. And I know they have psoriasis shampoos, they have things like that. She had it in her hair, not so much her. I don't know if she had it on like her arms or her face or anywhere else, but she definitely had it in her hair. On her scalp, I mean. So, but psoriasis, it has been known to be treated. The Golden Seal has been known to be to react very well with psoriasis, helping to and trying to avoid the only word I could say is heal it. It really does heal it. It does. So, I mean, not saying you never have outbreaks again, but now you know how to treat it. But using something like the Goldenseal face wash. So we have in our store um, a face wash. It's called Skin to Live For face wash, and it has golden seal. It has 12 different herbs in it. It has golden seal, hibiscus, sea moss, and I'm sorry, no, it does not have sea moss. It has oh goodness, oh boswellia, which is frankincense, and but it has a combination of 12 herbs. And but golden seal is the main thing, and it really does well with um, aging skin, like premature aging skin, blemishes, acne, psoriasis, just rashes, bumps. I personally use it in the shower for my whole body, but you can use it just for your face and your neck. Please don't forget your neck. Don't forget the neck. People neglect the neck. So, Golden Seal is powerful for your skin, and it's expensive. That is one of the issues with Golden Seal. For 4 ounces, some places sell 4 ounces for $64. Some places are selling, and then some other places you can get 4 ounces. You can get 8 ounces for like $23. It's kind of all over the place. Another thing you could do if you're in a financial bind and you're dealing with psoriasis on your skin, and you want to just, even if you just want to try it out, you can probably buy the Golden Seal and capsules. That I know Solaray is a brand that sells them. The only thing is you want to look at the quality of the Golden Seal. And the reason why it's so expensive is because it's an endangered species of plant, and it's very, very, very hard to find. It's grown in North America. It's grown here in North America and in Canada. And but it's very hard to find. So that's why Golden Seal is so expensive. So, and then the last one that I want to talk about is hibiscus. So, hibiscus is amazing because it's a natural Botox plant. Hibiscus is easy to grow. You could pretty much, in Florida, in South Florida especially, you can probably walk your neighborhood and find about 20 hibiscus plants. I don't know if your neighbors would want you picking off their plant, but I'm just saying. Some people don't know what they have in their yard. The hibiscus plant it's amazing. So you can make a drink out of it, hibiscus juice, which is common in the islands, and I think yeah, in the Caribbean and South America, this hibiscus drink, we call it sorrel in Trinidad. Um, there's different names for it on different places, but it's hibiscus. You can make it at home with the leaves. You could just boil the leaves at home, wash and clean them, boil them at home. They sell them in the grocery store. You don't have to pick your neighbor's plant. And, but what it does is it brings back how should I put this? It like brings back your youthful glow, your plumpness in your face. It kind of like restores the cells that are aging in your system, which brings me to moringa, but we'll talk about that another time. But it's really great if you drink it. If you make you could put it on your skin. I don't know, take a bath in it. It's really, really good to incorporate in your diet. We also, again, like I said, we have that in the face wash. Face wash. Oh my goodness, I can't speak today. Face wash today. So can't speak today. So that's pretty much it. We had aloe, hibiscus, golden seal, baking soda, and ice water. So I'm sure you can. The ice water one, you really got to try. It's really fun, and do it in the morning. Try to, if you have to get up a little bit earlier or just kind of schedule out your day a little bit differently. It's worth it. It's really worth it. The baking soda is like a staple to have, and that, when I made a face mask out of that, is literally just baking soda and water, making a paste, putting on my face. I would massage it over my skin, so it's kind of like it exfoliates. You can kind of play around with some of these, like mixing you know, mixing like the aloe gel with baking soda. That would probably be a really, really good uh, face scrub, face wash. You know, throwing a little hibiscus in there. I'm going to include some links to where I buy my stuff if you're interested in purchasing some, or you can just save yourself the drama and buy our face wash. So I want to thank you for tuning in and listening. I hope you guys are having a fabulous day. And I will be back out with some more tips and tricks. And you guys let me know if there's a herb that you would like to learn about. I'll be happy to do a video on that. Talk to you soon.